Alright, so how should I explain this? I think I just created one of the baddest and toughest Omega mutants ever to be created in the Marvel Universe. All this and more in BCN Storytime. What's up, y'all? BlackChivalrousNerd here. Now, as you guys know, this channel is not all about, video games or me reacting to stuff or music. It's an amalgam. It's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get when you come to this channel. And you guys know I like to talk about tabletop role-playing games, or D&D. Well, a friend of mine a few weeks ago introduced me to the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game. Now, for those of you that don't know, it is Marvel's game as they enter the world of tabletop role-playing games. It's been out publicly, like it's officially been out since last year, but the playtest has been around for a few years. I never played the playtest, but from what I hear, from what I've been reading online, that a lot of people were a fan of it, some were not. And with the game out, people have been either for it or against it. Some think the system is kind of I don't want to say murky, but kind of confusing. Me personally, I think it is I think it's one of the easiest systems out there. It's better understood over the D&D. So it's almost like D&D, but it's certainly not. So essentially, you create superhero or villain or anti-hero or vigilante or whatever you want to create. You can create that person, and there is multitude of powers. Powers range from everything from elemental control to telekinesis to telepathy, teleportation, so on and so forth. And I created a character. His name is Malik. He's from Krakoa. And he is an Omega level threat. Not yet. He hasn't gotten to Omega levels yet with his powers. So a little backstory about him is that he was he was born of Krakoa. And everyone that's his age either got their powers when they were born or up until they were 5 years old. So they had their powers for 15 to 20 years. He just gets his powers when he turns 20. Don't get ahead of me. So, pretty much the story, and so he has not just elemental control. And if you ask me what elements, the answer is yes. So he has the ability to control fire, sand, water, lightning, and wind. The 5 elements. Of course, and in this game, you can flavor certain aspects of it for your character. So instead of earth, it's sand. For me. So he has control of the elements. He can phase through things like Kitty Pryde. He can teleport like Nightcrawler. And he can fly like Storm. Oh, by the way, weather control is actually separate from element control. So those are 2 different things. Oh, and by the way, his mentor, Malik's mentor, is Storm. And so he actually right now he's rank 4. Just based off his powers alone, like the powers that I have for him so far, He is a legit threat. Wait, where's my phone? I'm just gonna read to you some of the abilities that he has, and that way you guys would be like, oh no, he is a problem. He has the powers that he has is elemental burst. So essentially he can just take out one of his hands, and then just a burst of an element comes out and hits his opponent. Phase self, so he can go through walls and everything like that, like Kitty Pryde. He can blink, which is like his reaction. So like if he gets hit, essentially it's his substitution jutsu. He can teleport. He has elemental grab, so he can use elements to grab opponents, like Gaara. Again, don't get ahead of me. And he has an even stronger version of elemental burst called elemental blast, which if he dumps his focus, which is almost like if this was D&D, like his spell slots or key points for like monks. So elemental blast, so the more focus points he dumps into the elemental blast, the stronger it does when you roll damage. He has accuracy 1, discipline 1, so he's very agile, and he's very charismatic, I'll say. He can fly. He has attack stance, because sometimes you gotta throw the duke. Somebody gotta put the dukes up. He has elemental barrier, and he has elemental ricochet. So essentially elemental ricochet is if I was to use elemental blast and I hit someone with that, I can roll, and then if I hit, then I can bounce that off. If I roll high enough and I essentially crit, which in this game is called fantastic success. If I get a fantastic success, once I hit one target, then the elemental blast bounces off the one target and hits another one, and then it just keeps going until I don't hit a fantastic success. So it's very theater of the mind, I will say. And he's just getting started. I'm still beefing him up. And then once story-wise, once he finally gets a hold of the elements of the 5 elements, the DM agreed that not only will he have access to the 5 elements, but he can also have access to all of them, like in Naruto. So my boy is he's bad news. If he was in the world of the X-Men, he definitely would be one of those omega level threat detected. The Sentinels will be on his ass like animals on meat at the zoo when it's feeding time. Oh my gosh, it's like once I get my character to the same level as everyone else, because essentially I'm playing catch up. And if you guys would like to hear the progress and the story of Malik and my adventure in my journey in Marvel, in the Marvel Multiverse role-playing game, because the GM, in this game, it's not Dungeon Master or Game Master, it's narrator. My friend who's the narrator, he based this campaign around the world of Marvel Rivals, because he's a fan of Marvel Rivals, which, by the way, who isn't a fan of Marvel Rivals? But he has, and essentially everyone has their own little side story that's correlating to the lore of Marvel Rivals. So everyone runs into someone from one of the characters that you can play as in Marvel Rivals, and then from there, then we come together, and then that's when stuff really hits the fan. But like I said, this game, like I said, I got the core book, I got the X-Men, because like I said when I was reacting to the Wolverine trailer, X-Men is my jam. X-Men is my jam. To me, X-Men clears and dog walks the Avengers. As a team, the X-Men clears the Avengers. If you disagree with me, let's have the conversation respectfully in the comments. And then we also have the other expansion, the Spider-Verse expansion. I know they came out with, or they're coming out with the Avengers expansion. I think that's coming out next week or this week. Or by the time this is recording, the expansion probably came out already, but I'm definitely gonna get that. But yes, Marvel Multiverse role-playing game is fun. I would highly suggest, if you're into tabletop role-playing games and you're looking for a new one. I know some people are testing out Daggerheart, but Marvel Multiverse role-playing game is definitely one of those games that you should at least try once. Because again, you can create your own character. If you wanted to create your own Spider-Man, you can do that. You want to create, like I said, you want to create your own mutant, you can do that. Or if you just wanted to create, like someone that didn't have superpowers but was just all about the martial arts and could knock your sorry tail around from here to Tuesday, back and forth until you're just like, you know what? I don't have the stamina to get my behind whooped continuously. You're good. I'm good. Just peace. But that's, you can, the world in this game is your oyster, both figuratively and literally. But if you are a fan of Marvel Multiverse role-playing game and you have been playing it, let me know the name, like your characters and like powers and everything like that. Like, what's their powers in the ranking? What's the highest ranking you ever gotten in Marvel Multiverse? And like I said, if you guys would like to hear the story time about it of my character, and if you guys would like to get like the updates of like progress of how we're going in the game and everything like that, please let me know, because like I said, I would love to just tell you guys stories, because as you guys know, I'm a rambler. I love rambling, but I love telling stories. I love talking to you guys. So let me know in the comments, and as always, y'all, love, peace, bacon, grease. Catch you on the next one, and we